Back down in London, another of the Imperial War Museum sites also happens to be the largest object in its collection. Bear Grylls is coming aboard HMS Belfast to find out more about her dramatic role in the Second World War.
I served as an honorary lieutenant commander with the Royal Navy, and actually to be on board HMS Belfast and learn and get into the heritage and history of this incredible ship is a real privilege. I think what I'm most excited about is actually meeting somebody who served on board HMS Belfast at the height of her service. An incredible gentleman called Ted. I can't wait.
HMS Belfast was launched in 1938. During World War II, she spent 2 years protecting the Arctic convoys, which delivered essential supplies to Britain's Russian allies. Ted Cordery was one of the brave crew who served on Belfast as she patrolled the perilous northern waters.
So, Ted, it must have been brutally cold up in the Arctic.
It was. This is one of the problems, because the ice formed quickly, and you can have 200 tonne of ice on board a ship that size, and if it's left there, it will stop over.
So it actually can turn a ship over?
I could do if it was left.
So do you have to break the ice?
Yes, always chipping ice, always chipping ice.
What rank were you?
Leading torpedo operator.
Okay.
That was my official rank. I could take a torpedo apart and put it back together, because I spent so much time living with it, you know.
Look, I've been up in a little boat up in those Arctic seas, and it is wild up there.
Dear.
You know, this must have been crazy when there's a big swell and storm going on. Were you seasick?
I'd get headaches, but I was never seasick. But I used to walk over some of our POs who were lying on the floor, sick, couldn't get up because of the sea. And I'd say, "Oh, you're not so bright now, are you?"
Not so bright now. Hey, but seasickness doesn't care which rank you are, does it?
Doesn't know what
At 94 years old, Ted is still able to negotiate Belfast's precarious stairways. He's taken Bear up to the ship's bridge to look at a very special document from her most famous mission, D-Day. In the early hours of the 6th of June, 1944, Belfast moved into position at the head of the British and Canadian fleet. The ship's log from that momentous day is now kept in the National Archives. But today, it's come back home.
So this is pretty special. This never leaves the National Archive, okay? So we've got to be super careful with this.
Yeah.
But we're going to open it on D-Day. So here we go. 6th day of June, 1944. Then we come down. 0527. Open fire with full broadside to port. You remember that moment?
Yes, I do.
As Belfast's vast guns bombarded the coastline of occupied France, thousands of other smaller ships were alongside her, carrying the ground troops.
They were so small, being buffeted, loaded with equipment, possibly being seasick. And I thought to myself, my God bless you all, like, you know, because I was in a relatively good position with regards to them. And I just felt sorry for them myself. Knowing full well that lots of them wanted to come back anyway, and they didn't.
It was the largest seaborne invasion in history. And as the fighting intensified on the French beaches, Belfast began to take on the wounded.
And then you remember afterwards the casualties being brought onto the sick bay of the ship?
I'll tell you something. They'll keep with me the rest of my days. A man would be injured, and then they'd come out to the ship, and I would pick them up from there and load them onto the ship. And the damages I saw, that made me cry. You know, faces blown away, arms off, legs off. I can see it now. Terrible, terrible injuries. Really were. Just terrible. What was it all for? what was it all for? They are.
When you've seen death close up like that, and some of the horrors of the reality of war, you know, of helping these injured, dying soldiers and sailors back onto Belfast. You know, these are real lives with real families and real sacrifice. And sometimes it's not until you bring people back to this sort of place where Ted saw it that you remember what so many people gave for us.